In the name of God. An unexpected redemption.
The wedding had been a beautiful event, carefully designed with an aesthetic that captured tradition and elegance. Yet, for Liam, one thing marred the occasion: his wife's older sister, Eleanor, had refused to attend. Her absence cast a shadow over the happiest day of his life, leaving him with a lingering bitterness that refused to fade. Over the years, this resentment did not fade but instead seemed to aggregate, building layer upon layer within him. Every family gathering was a reminder that she had never approved of him. He saw no reason to mend the relationship, convinced that she held nothing but silent disapproval for his choices. Despite personal conflicts, Liam was ambitious. He developed an app meant to connect citizens across the country with essential services. However, his plans took an abysmal turn when a local intelligence officer approached him with a demand: monthly bribes in exchange for approval to operate within the city. The officer's corrupt approach affected Liam deeply, but not in the way the man had hoped. Instead of breaking under pressure, Liam grew more determined. He refused to participate in a system that exploited others, no matter the cost to his business. As a result of his defiance, problems began to accrue rapidly. His company faced legal restrictions, and he was forbidden from operating within the city limits. Undeterred, he attempted to expand elsewhere, but each attempt met with obstacles beyond his control. Time passed, and Liam faced each setback with alacrity, unwilling to surrender to failure. He traveled across the country, seeking alternatives and investors who believed in his vision. Yet, every door closed before him, leaving him with dwindling resources and a growing sense of despair. Still, he remained adamant that his refusal to pay bribes was the right choice. Even as he lost money, reputation, and support, he stood by his principles, believing that success earned through honesty was worth more than any shortcut. His dreams of expanding the company and bringing widespread benefits had once seemed noble, but now they appeared more like a foolish attempt to aggrandize his own influence. The weight of his choices bore down on him, making him question whether he had been naive in his idealism. As the months passed, his business suffered further. His resources were stretched thin, and the product he had once been proud of became adulterated by financial struggles. The version of the app he had envisioned was now a distant memory, replaced by a compromised reality dictated by survival. With his company crumbling, Liam tried to introduce an adjunct service that could help generate some revenue, but it was too late. His debts had grown beyond control, and the bank was preparing to seize his assets. At his lowest, Liam reflected on his past decisions. He had always felt no affinity for Eleanor, blaming her for not supporting his marriage. But now, as he watched his dreams slip away, he realized that he had spent too much time focusing on grudges instead of seeking support. He feared that all his work would soon be completely adulterated, leaving behind nothing but an empty shell of what could have been. His ideals had been strong, but they had not been enough to protect him from financial ruin. The final blow came when the bank officially informed him that his properties would be confiscated. He expected nothing but failure, but then something miraculous happened. Someone had cleared all his debts. At first, he assumed it was a mistake, but when he checked his bank records, the truth was revealed. He was admonished by his own conscience when he saw the benefactor's name, Eleanor. The realization struck him with force, like an accretion of emotions built up over time. The one person he had least expected to help had saved him. In that moment, his perception of Eleanor shattered and reformed. Perhaps she had never been against him, perhaps she had simply been waiting for the right moment to stand by his side.
Like and subscribe if you would like.